All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of the Wombo Combo Show. I'm Ben Yukonis.
I'm Ben Kepler. What's up?
So, I got a question for you today to start off the show.
All right, let's see if I can
So-
get this. I'm intrigued.
With a minimum of 85 targets in 2024, there was only one wide receiver to have 0 drops. Who was that wide receiver
In 2024,
this past season?
only wide receiver to not have any drops.
With a minimum of 85 targets.
Puka Nacua.
No. Do you want one more?
Give me AFC or NFC.
AFC.
He's an AFC. And 84 targets, no drops. Devontae Adams.
Nope.
Dang, who was
Nope. It was Jacoby Myers for the
it?
Raiders.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Dang it. Yeah, shout out Jacoby Myers, dog.
Man, 0 drops.
He was on my fantasy team.
I know.
knew
He
this.
caught every single ball that he got his hands on.
I just only fuddled through big names and none of the small ones.
Right?
Gosh, that was a good question.
That
dude.
wasn't. Yeah.
You got me. Hey, I wanted to start the show, Ben, today with strictly talking about all of the trades. I wanted to run through each one of them. Just stop me when there was one that because we have a lot to cover.
Yeah. There's
Like,
so much happened yesterday, and
Stop me when
earlier
you want to
today.
talk about one.
okay.
Because I've got a lot of them. There's some good ones. There's maybe some ones that you don't care about, and I'll cover. But there's some ones I know that you're like, dude.
Yeah. There's some are pretty big.
Yeah. So first ones I wanted to cover. I'm going to cover the offensive lineman trades that have happened so far. There's been 3.
There's been a lot of those.
So here's the thing, though.
Bears really active getting some alignment.
Yeah, 2 of them are the Bears. Now, they got Jonah Jackson. We kind of talked about that last week because it's been a day or 2 since that happened. They also went and got Joe Thuney, though.
Yes.
Now, do you know Joe Thuney's career path? Do you know about him at all?
Not necessarily. No.
Do you know where he started his career? It was with the Patriots under Tom Brady.
Okay.
So he's won Super Bowls with Brady. He's won Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes. Now he's going up with Caleb Williams this year. Is he the magic key? Who knows? I think he's good.
Yeah.
I think he's really good. And I think that because of his veteran presence and the accolades that he has,
Yeah.
because he has lost Super Bowls and won Super Bowls with them, so he's been through it all. I think he'll be a great mental piece to the whole entire locker room.
Yeah.
With the new coaching staff that's coming and everything. So out of the 2 of them, I like Jonah Jackson. He was good, wasn't great this season, but I love Joe Thuney.
Yeah.
I think
you want guys in your locker room that have won previously who can
Yes.
bring that type of winning mentality to the team.
And
So-
on offensive line too. I'm
Yeah.
I'm taking this picture in my mind of kind of almost like a Jason Kelsey-esque presence moving over to the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of agree with me there?
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Next one I wanted to talk about. This one maybe a little bit bigger of a name. I know Joe's pretty big, but Laramie Tunsil has been traded for the 2nd time in his career.
Yes.
He
To the Commanders, right?
Yes, to
Yeah.
the Commanders. Now, do you know
Making
anything about
moves.
the? Do you know? Yeah, they are. Do you know anything about the compensation or what got traded around? Because I got that.
I tried finding it. I didn't necessarily see a whole lot.
It's so what it is they're going to be giving up Laramie Tunsil and a 5th-round pick, and in return they're going to get a 3rd and 7th this year. Then next year they're going to get a 2nd and a 4th.
They gave up 4 picks.
They gave up 4 picks. Well, they gave up 3
they
picks.
gave it 3 picks
Yeah.
to get Larry Tunsil and
Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie
yeah,
Tunsil and
yeah.
2
But
other
I mean,
picks,
Laramie, he's a multi-Pro Bowler. Now, when I was talking to Texans fans in our live, just pop-up live that we did yesterday, thank you, Producer Paul. Every week, my microphone.
Real quick, Trey Hendrickson, where's he go? Cooper DeJean in the chat wants to know.
Oh, Trey Hendrickson, I think he goes to the Colts.
To
If
the
he goes
Colts?
anywhere, I think he goes to the Colts. I think that's my team that he goes to. I really do. If that was, since we're on trades, that's a
Well,
good
they
question.
got to trade for him. So, man,
I know the Cooper DeJean lover, which is that's what his username is. I'm sure he wants him on the Eagles, but I don't know if the Eagles can pull that one.
yeah, I don't think the Eagles can pull that one off
Because they can't sign and they can't trade and sign on
yeah.
that one.
I think the Bengals get smart and sign Trey.
Sign him
Yeah,
to
sign
a
him.
big deal. My other team, so I'll give one AFC, one NFC. My other team would be the Lions.
That's a good one.
Dude, put him on the opposite
that's a
side
really good one.
of Aiden Hutchinson. That would be crazy. Cooper DeJean lover. Let me know what you think of that. I know you're going to be like, I want him on the
I'll
Eagles.
throw in a dark horse, the Chargers, who
Chargers?
cut
Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa.
They have a ton of money.
Yeah.
They
So
really do. You're not wrong.
watch out, Chargers.
Yeah, that's a
Trey
good dark
Hendrickson.
horse. I really like that
Yeah.
one. So we talked about those offensive lineman trades. Next one is the oldest trade in the book here. This is the Deebo trade. Not much I'm going to talk about on that one because we already talked about it a good bit. I think it's okay. It was a low value trade. So
Yeah, no.
I like that one.
It's another weapon for Jaden Daniels,
That's
for sure.
exactly it.
But, I mean, it's a
an older
running
one.
back that plays wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly. It's like putting Austin Eckler at wide receiver. Next trade, I'm going to talk about both of these in conjoined here. This is the Seahawks just depleting their entire team. They traded Geno Smith over to the Raiders for just a straight-up third-round pick this year.
Yes.
Think that's a fair trade?
Yeah.
I think so, too. The other one is we got DK Metcalf, bro.
Yes.
I think that we gave up just a second on that one.
We did. We only gave up a second.
Yeah.
We gave up this year's second round pick.
So that means that the Seahawks now have 2 extra picks, lost 2 of their biggest players on offense. Now, with that, they signed Sam Darnold. Here's my hot take on this. Do you remember when they got Matt Flynn? I think his name was.
Yeah. He
From
had that.
the Green
he
Bay?
had that one game with the Packers where he threw for 5 touchdowns.
7.
7.
Yeah, I think it's 7 touchdowns. Yes.
Either way, it was a hell of a game.
Yeah. But it is there's 6 or 7. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is I think that this is like history repeating itself, and I think that they go and draft some quarterback that we haven't been talking about at all, like Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
and then he ends up being really good,
Yeah.
and they end up getting rid of Sam Darnold. I personally,
So or they use that second round pick that they got from us and draft Jackson Dart.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, or Jackson Dart. That's the other option. This is just my opinion as well. I think that Geno Smith is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. In a lot of facets, he throws more interceptions, sure, but he has legs to run with.
Yeah. He's older than Sam Darnold.
He is, but I mean,
I think Geno Smith is now 30. He's our age, 33. Sam
Yeah,
Darnold is still like 30, 29.
he's like 28, 29, yeah, and Geno is more like 31, 32, but yeah, I still just if I had to pick through the two of them for my franchise, I would want Geno Smith. Chat, you let me know what you guys think about that. The next trade, I see that Cooper DeJean lover in here has actually already asked this question. What do we think of C.J. Gardner-Johnson? Did you see that trade?
No,
So
I did not.
Yeah, so C.J. Gardner-Johnson got traded to the Texans.
Yeah.
So they gave up Kenyon Green. That's
Okay.
a left guard. He was one of their first-round picks, I believe, 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Okay.
Chat, let me know where that's at. But Kenyon Green and a 5th-round pick, and then the Eagles gave a 6th-round pick and C.J. So
Okay.
But are you hearing what that is, though?
No.
So we talked we talked about it a second ago with Laramie Tunsil. The Texans have now traded away 2 of their starting offensive linemen, their left guard and their left tackle.
Yeah. Why are they doing that?
Well,
It's
I guess they want draft picks, and they think they're going to go into the draft and just go all new players.
for that O line.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil did get a lot of penalties. Kenyon Green, kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
He wasn't amazing. I would put him at like the same disappointment that Jonah Jackson had at the
Yeah.
Rams this season.
Okay.
Taking a guy, I think he was taken in the top 10, not panning out very well at all.
Yeah.
Move on and try to get something for
Their
him.
starting center was the guy that we drafted.
Yes.
Uh,
Also named Green.
yeah.
I think it's Kendrick Green.
I think Kendrick Green, who was a terrible
Absolutely.
Terrible,
3rd-round pick for
terrible
us.
pick.
But yeah.
So I mean, they got to do something with that O line now.
Yeah, so what I think it
Like-
is, and this is what I'll say on the matter, I think that it is crazy that they traded away 2 offensive linemen within 2 days. I don't think it's crazy getting C.J. Gardner-Johnson for Kenyon Green. I actually like it. I think the Eagles won that, or I'm sorry, the Texans won that trade. The Eagles,
Yeah.
however, I'm going to say it like this, that, they got Mekhi Becton completely turned around from his Jets career to his career here over at the Eagles. So I am not going to put it past the Eagles to completely turn this guy around and make him a good player next season.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all the pieces there to be the veteran people to teach this kid the stuff that he doesn't know how to do or isn't doing well.
Yeah, because they had the best offensive line last year.
Yeah, and they have great offensive line coaches as well. I think that for both teams, it's going to work out great. I think that they swap things. Like D'Amico Ryan's going to be great with C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah.
All around, I think this is a win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's also a win for Kenyon Green as well. The lineman, getting out of the Texans where you were expected to just be able to do.
Yeah.
Now you go to the Philadelphia Eagles. You're the least amount of their worry. You know what I mean?
Yep. For sure.
Another trade I wanted to talk about. This is Christian Kirk. This was a little bit earlier in in this 3 days of offseason that we've had so far. Christian Kirk moves over for a 7th-round pick, but to a rival team. My opinion on it is this.
Where'd he go?
Christian Kirk?
Yeah.
He went to the Texans.
He went to the Texans?
Texans
I
have
missed
been...
that, too. Dude, so much stuff happened in the
been
last 48
so
hours.
much.
Like,
I know. But don't worry. That's why you're here, dog. I'll fill you in with what you don't know, and I'm sure our chat's going crazy with stuff, too.
I thought Kirk was scheduled to be a free agent this year.
Kirk, he was not in the next year after, and
so
he's
he has 1
owed
year
a
left.
lot of money this year.
Yeah,
That's why the
1
trade
year left
happened.
on his deal.
Thorough, what's up, man? He says that he thinks that Malachi Starks Sparks. Is it Sparks or Starks? I think it's Starks. Malachi Starks is going to be the replacement for CJ that they go after in the draft. I like that. He's an Eagles fan. I've talked to him a bunch. He's pretty knowledgeable about his team.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about the Eagles secondary.
Oh, no,
Like,
I wouldn't be
absolutely not.
either. We took
With Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Blankenship.
We took their biggest problem.
Yeah.
Darius Slay. He's on the Pittsburgh
So,
Steelers.
I mean,
I hate that.
Darius Slay wasn't even their third best corner on the team last year.
No,
So-
not at all. They had that Rodgers kid as well who was starting to come through.
Yeah, another rookie.
The next trade is the one that I really, 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 really wanted to talk about because I think you already know who it is, and this involves the Eagles. They traded Kenny Pickett to the Cleveland Browns, so we get to watch Kenny Pickett get destroyed. Oh,
Man.
my God. This is the best thing ever.
Watch, but okay.
Watch him ball out.
He's going to, and not necessarily ball out, but watch him beat the Steelers twice this year.
Dog, don't put that out.
Hey,
bro.
man,
Don't put that into the universe.
Dude, I am so down on the Steelers right now.
But we don't have a
regardless of just because we don't have a quarterback.
Chris Boswell.
I would love the DK Metcalf trade if we would have signed Justin Fields.
Yeah,
I would have loved the DK Metcalf trade if we would have signed Sam Darnold.
Wow, you wanted Sam Darnold?
No, more than like Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
What if we just trade for Joe Milton, bro?
But he's such an unknown.
He's better than what we have. We have Skylar Thompson on the roster.
So, like, Milton he played good in college. But, like, every time I hear about this guy.
He played okay in college.
Every time I hear about this guy, is like he's always done good in practice. But when it comes time to actually play, he kind of disappoints a little bit.
But he's got a cannon.
I know he's got a cannon.
What about Jameis Winston?
I would much rather have Jameis Winston.
Yeah?
Yeah. But
Jameis Winston and a rookie?
Yeah.
Or Jameis Winston and maybe also trade for him?
He signed with the Texans.
Who?
Winston.
Oh, did he?
I believe so.
I didn't see that.
I swear he signed with the Texans.
I'll have to double check that chat. Let me know.
Oh.
Verify that one for me. I didn't know that one. Yeah, Salt Life. We do know. We were just talking about Tunsil to the Commanders a couple seconds ago. Excuse me. Other than that, if there hasn't been any trades while we've been live, those are all the ones that have happened so far. I think that there are some awesome names that are still out in free agency that I wanted to talk to you about, and then some reactions that I wanted to get from you on some people going places. First one I wanted to talk about was Devontae Adams, bro. Moving over to the Rams.
Yeah.
How happy are you?
Very happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's
it was a good signing, too, for the Rams. Plus, if they don't get a trade partner for Cooper Kupp here till the actual free agency period starts,
right.
They're gonna release Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, they're gonna release him, and I don't really know where he would end up. I still think that Cleveland Browns or Carolina Panthers kind of sound like the best options to me. Guys in chat, let me know what you think. Where should Cooper Kupp play? Another one might be the Raiders, for instance. Just a couple teams who could use a savvy veteran to come in, maybe not be the number one guy anymore, maybe even be the number 3 guy in some instances. Rams re-signed your boy Tutu Atwell, so it sounds like that's the That's the three-headed monster outside of Demarcus Robinson. If he's still on the roster for this season,
I believe no, DeMarcus Robinson. He's a free agent.
he is a free agent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Tutu Atwell, Adams, and Puka Nakua with Matt Stafford. That sounds pretty great to me.
Yeah,
that sounds
So,
pretty
actually,
awesome to me.
It's funny though because remember Devontae Adams complaining about Jimmy G.
Yeah, no, he's just backup
And
quarterback.
Jimmy G's the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So Stafford goes down.
Yeah.
The irony.
Dude, it would be too funny. It would be too funny.
Just gonna have the same issues.
I wanted to
in
talk
LA.
about one team in a whole, just because the first 48 have been so wild for them. Patriots. Have you seen all of the defensive
They
moves?
went out and signed
Everybody.
they could on defense.
Everybody.
So
Yeah, the first one I wanted to talk about was Landry. Now, Landry was the captain for the Titans when Mike Vrabel was the head coach over
yes,
there.
yeah,
So he's brought his captain over from the Titans.
yep,
That's the first ad.
yep.
Then they signed our boy, Spillane. I know
Yeah,
he
they
played
did.
for Raiders,
Yeah.
but they got
Yeah.
Robert
They
Spillane.
signed Spillane. He's a
Yeah.
thumper. I like Spillane. We
I
should have
like
kept
Spillane
him. He's
a
a
lot.
thumper.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a liability in pass coverage.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He's a hitter.
I love a good thumper.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Spillane, awesome player. Patriots acquired him. Another guy they added was Carlton Davis on the cornerback position.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good
That's
signing.
a nice signing
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, he's getting older, but I mean, he's still got some ball in him.
oh, he's got more gas in him than Darius Slay. I promise you that.
For sure. For sure, dude.
Last guy, and I know there was a couple Eagles fans here watching today, was Milton Williams going over there. They made him the highest paid player in franchise history.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean they had the money to do it. So
Wow.
I mean,
So, just another thing about the Eagles, they re-signed Zach Baum, the linebacker,
Yeah,
who had
yeah.
a phenomenal year last year. Who, honestly, in my opinion, probably should have got Defensive Player of the Year.
you think so?
It hasn't gone to a linebacker in so long.
Chat's talking in here. They're saying that it looks like either Steelers or Giants for Aaron Rodgers. I agree. That kind of sounds like the case. To be completely honest, I wish it was Rodgers to the Vikings, Russ to the Giants. Leave us alone. I don't want either of them. Patriots apparently are some sort of option for something. I missed out on that conversation. But Drizzle, what is up, dude? And then right now, Adam, who's been giving me live updates on everything. You'll love this one. D-Hop to the Ravens.
D-Hop to the Ravens. I knew they were going to go out and sign some old
Some
wily
big
vet.
wide
They do it
receiver,
every year.
Yep,
It was
they do.
Odell Beckham a couple years ago.
Right?
Years before that, it was
I mean, they've gone
Steve Smith.
Yeah, Steve Smith. They went with Steve. Or
Yeah.
was it Steve Mason? But Mason.
Steve Mason, and then who's another one?
Oh, Derrick Henry.
Well, we're talking wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's huge. Other signings.
So Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden. There we go. I was gonna say there's been a couple.
Yeah.
But Baltimore also has only made 2 moves so far in free agency, and they were their own players. They brought back Picard, the fullback, and then they brought back Staley. Or was it Stanley? Whichever. The left tackle.
I think it's Stanley.
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 I think it's Stanley. But yeah, they
I
brought
don't-
both of them back. And when we did our 32 for 32, those were 2 major names that I was talking about them bringing back because I thought, I mean, they are the mainstay of the offense. And even though they did a lot of passing this season, the Ravens still identify as a power run offense. So
Yeah.
bringing back those 2
when you
players,
have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in
Yeah.
the backfield, like,
absolutely major.
yes.
Another one I wanted to talk about, Bills went and got Josh Palmer. I don't know if you've seen
did,
that.
yes,
I think
they
that's a
signed
pretty
Josh
good
Palmer.
ad.
Is
It
it,
replaces
though?
Mac Hollins. He's better than Mac Hollins. Yes.
Is he, though?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. He's just injury prone. The problem isn't that he isn't good. It's that he can't
Oh,
stay.
Yeah. Chargers receivers staying healthy.
Yeah. Well,
Shocker.
yeah, I know. They're really good at picking all the brittle guys. They sure are.
Like even Keenan Allen, like in his earlier days, like had injury.
Yeah,
problems.
and Mike Williams,
And Mike Williams every year.
Austin Eckler,
Yeah. Who else?
Melvin Gordon. They're all in all of them. Other ads I wanted to talk about, Ben. Mom lover, Zach Wilson is now down in South Beach.
Yeah.
Down in Miami.
Down in Miami.
That one, I don't know if that means maybe Tua is move.
No, Tua's Tua's not in trouble with that signing at all.
No,
I mean, he's
there,
but he's Tua's one concussion away from being done in the NFL.
That's what I meant. That's more what I meant. Is it like Tua's in trouble because now there isn't all these cruddy quarterbacks who can't throw the football behind him. Zach Wilson isn't terrible.
He's
throwing
not
the
terrible.
football.
Yeah, and he gave Garrett Wilson 1,000-yard seasons when he was playing quarterback. So
He beat Patrick Mahomes
in what?
with the Jets. He beat Patrick Mahomes. Zach Wilson beat the Chiefs.
Oh,
He's like one of the last AFC teams to do it.
really?
Like, there's
Like,
like,
yeah,
there's like
they did only have 2 losses.
yeah,
last
it's
year,
Josh Allen, Zach Wilson, and one other person I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I think it's playoff related.
So. Okay.
What do you think about the Jets, though? Since we're on
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is correct. What do you think about the Jets getting Justin Fields?
Man, good for the Jets. I knew this was going to happen. I totally called this
Did you see the
like
offer?
about a month ago.
See the offers? He got 2.
I just know the Jets gave him what 2 years, $40 million.
2 years, $40 million, $30 million guaranteed. Pittsburgh Steelers.
What did we
offer him
offer him?
2 years, $30 million, $20 million guaranteed.
Yeah, so he took the money.
Yeah, he took the money.
Yeah, I would done the same thing.
I would have taken the money too.
Yeah, especially for a coaching staff that benched you last year when you were just starting to kind of hit your stride.
Yeah, and I mean, he gets to link back up with Garrett Wilson now.
Yeah, but he's from Ohio State.
So there's that. Really put us Pittsburgh Steelers fans in shambles. I'm pretty upset.
I was upset too because now it's like, here we go, Aaron Rodgers wearing fucking black and gold.
Xavier Woods just got signed to the Titans. Adam is the best, man. If you ever want the latest on drops, I swear Adam must have 10 apps that shoot him immediately. He must know somebody. He's like our Adam Schefter, basically.
Right. I mean, I know our Discord has been
that's him.
nonstop.
Adam, do you want to be
Like-
Tom Palacero or do you want to be Adam Schefter? Who should we call you, dude? Let me know in the comments. But other ads and people that I wanted to talk about, dude. I mean, DK to the Steelers, obviously a huge one. They did add some other smaller pieces. They also let some pieces go. Let's talk about those pieces they let go. First of all, Najee Harris last night signs with the Chargers.
Yep.
It's only a 1-year deal.
Yep.
It's $9.25 million
Yep.
on that 1-year deal. I don't know if you've seen it, but I posted back in the day. I did a live reaction video to that draft,
Yes.
and
You were all about it.
I was
all about
so very happy about
I mean,
it.
I think I was pretty happy about it too.
Yeah,
But
it was Ben's last year.
yeah.
We were getting the best running
So-
back in the draft, we heard.
Yeah.
But
Which both those running backs right now kind of looking a little meh.
but I'll tell you this: I'm happy for Najee Harris, guys. I hope that he has a good career over in the Chargers land. Now, I will tell you this: I think it's going to be a good match with the coaching. He's going into that same standard
Yes.
coaching.
Yeah. Very.
We have a standard here. We who has it better than us? That's their slogan. So yeah, I think it'll work out well for him. He gets an awesome quarterback in Justin Herbert. Offensive line's pretty good there.
Yeah.
Other guys that have
Will
moved
he
around-
average more than 3.8 yards a carry though?
Yeah, probably not. But I mean,
That's the thing. Like,
I'll tell you what, it's hotter over there. Maybe he'll sweat off some weight and get faster.
maybe.
Maybe. Another guy who left the Steelers, Dante Jackson. I don't know if you've seen that
Yeah,
one.
I forget where did
He
go?
also went to the
He
Chargers.
went to the Chargers. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so they grabbed him as well. I liked him on the Steelers. I think he was really good as a number 2 cornerback.
He was our number 1 technically last year.
Kind of,
He was
yeah.
our best corner
Well,
for
Joey
the
Porter
majority
was
of the
good.
season. Joey Porter had his ups and downs.
He did, but I would still
So-
consider Joey on the roster. He was listed as number 1, Dante number 2.
Yeah, but Dante was the better corner
He also had a
production wise.
Yeah, he had a ton of interceptions. Yeah, he was a lot better. Now we may have touched on it a little bit when I was talking about the Geno Smith trade, but I did want to dive back into this. Sam Darnold, Seahawks. I just
Like what 3
Jake-
year, 100 mil, something
yeah,
like
So
that. I mean, the dude. See, this was gonna happen because he balled out. Like this is what happens. Look at Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has been robbing teams for years.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Like
He's like the richest. Dude, I want his
like,
agent. Whenever
right?
we ever get famous, Kirk Cousins, your agent, come our way, please.
So, like, and he was doing it with lesser, but see, Kirk Cousins was doing it with lesser talent, except for when the Vikings did get Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. When they had that Washington team, I mean, he had people like who? Santana Moss, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Pierre Garçon.
I just watched highlights
Vernon
about
Davis.
Pierre Garçon. He was a
Yeah,
wrecking ball wide
beast.
receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
had
like
good players.
He was Hines Ward-esque when he had the ball.
I like
Like-
Pierre Garçon. He was a good player. He was a good player on the Indianapolis Colts as well.
Yeah.
During his time with
Yep.
Eli Manning, or not Eli, but Peyton rather. Other ads across the league. I mean, there have been quite a few of them. Is there any that struck your eye as like, oh ho ho? Hassan Reddick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I like that one though.
if he actually
they
plays.
needed a pass rusher. So
And they got a good one.
they needed a pass rusher.
Troy Oshinka, the old one, the one
Yeah.
that they had, he is now a Cleveland Brown. He just got signed a couple hours ago. So he's pretty good talent, too,
I
I'm
know
not
he's
gonna lie.
good, but it's in Cleveland. And have fun going 5-12 again.
Yeah, exactly. Another guy, Levante David, got re-signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well, along with
Long was Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. Yep. So Chris Godwin off the market, which is unfortunate because I kind of wanted Chris Godwin as well. Pittsburgh Steelers have the money. You know, right now, actively, we have the third most money to spend in the free agency still. Because that trade money doesn't hit.
And we never. Okay, so last year was like the first time where we actually made like a big free agent splash.
Well,
with
yeah,
Patrick
free
Queen.
agent splash, yeah.
That's what I mean, like just free agent wise, not like making a trade and like extending people, just free agent signings. So we never typically make a huge free agent signing.
Change of culture, brother.
Yeah.
It's a change of culture.
So, and we still haven't.
I think we will, though.
With who?
I don't know. I think there's another trade coming up.
Are you considering is signing Aaron Rodgers a huge?
I mean, technically, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's a
I
Hall
get
of
the
Famer.
name and everything like that, but like
He's a Hall of Famer.
yeah, but
You're signing a Hall of Famer.
to me, it's not like getting someone in the midst of their prime.
No, you're
who's,
not.
you know,
I'll tell you what. I think the
like-
Pittsburgh Steelers are going to trade for K9. That's my hot take. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers try to get, or not K9, K1. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah. I want to see it. I want to see us get Kyler Murray for like our first round pick or next year's first round pick, but that won't happen because the next year's draft is in Pittsburgh, so we're not trading that pick no matter what. I already know it. It's
Yeah.
impossible for us to do that. It would be stupid to host a draft and not have a first round pick.
Yeah.
So we're keeping it.
So, yeah, I don't know. And like I've heard people like say like, oh, the Steelers could possibly have a bad year and have a higher pick and draft Archie Manning, but like Archie Manning, he's a junior this year.
I know.
So like it's not like automatic that he's gonna come out
Exactly.
to the draft.
Though I bet
So,
you, I
like-
bet you, if he found out that he could go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, he'd be.
No, I guarantee you he stays for his senior year.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
At Texas?
yeah, because his junior year will be his first year as a starter.
True. He's also making
So,
a bunch of
yeah.
NIL money as
Yeah,
well.
like why just stay in college, make your NIL money, get your degree, and then come to the pros.
True. Where do you guys in chat let me know as well? Where do you guys think that players like Amari Cooper land? There's a bunch of wide receivers out there
I think
right
Amari
now.
Cooper's kind of cooked.
You think he's cooked? He didn't have a very good end of his season. De'Ami Brown was available. He got signed by the Jaguars.
Okay.
So he's the Christian Kirk replacement. You can see James Gladstone, this new GM,
Yeah.
trying to reshape that team. You've got Evan Ingram available. Hot take for me is I think Evan Ingram ends up on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles fans, let me know what you think about that. Dallas
I like
Goedert
that one.
on the trade block, so he's
Okay.
going to be gone. I think that he would be a great ad for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Goddard to the
Yeah.
Chargers.
Goddard to the Chargers.
Yeah, because they only have they let go the one guy who we signed,
Yeah, Parham.
Parham.
Donald Parham.
So it's just Will Disley down there, I think. Right?
Yeah, yeah. That I can remember. I don't keep up with Chargers tight ends too
I mean,
much.
I just know they have Will Disley.
Right, they do have Will Disley. Adding Dallas Goedert though, that would be pretty nice. You have two pass catching tight ends who are also really good at blocking.
Yeah. Yeah. I like. I'm a Dallas Goedert fan. I like Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, I think he would work well with Justin Herbert, and I also think that Evan Ingram would be a great player on the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think Evan Ingram will be good down in LA as well.
And or okay,
if LA signs
true.
instead of making a trade.
True, that would be a good one as well. I do agree with you on that one. Who's that?
Cup to
Ooh,
the
okay.
Raiders, eh?
Okay, LG. No, I could see Cup to the Raiders. That's one of the teams that we were kind of talking about. I could see Raiders. I could see Browns. I could maybe see the Falcons, to be completely honest, as being an option. Realistically, they could use a third wide receiver. It was Ray McLeod, dog.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be a bad.
That would be a nice receiving core.
I know. That's why. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's actually pretty good.
London Mooney, who had a surprisingly good year, and add Cooper Kupp in the mix.
And you just keep Kyle Pitts, and then you keep Bijan Robinson and Penix as a starter. That sounds like a great offense.
Yeah.
I know we don't have a lot of Falcons fans who watch the show, but that doesn't sound bad at all.
I think the Falcons should try and trade Kyle Pitts.
You think they will?
I think they should.
Where do you think he ends up?
I don't know. I just think they should trade him.
Okay, Drizzle says in the chat here, he says, yeah, I like the Goddard to the Chargers. He thinks it would be good because Disley ain't really all that.
No, he's not. He's serviceable, but like he's not a top tier tight end in the league.
Braden's over here. You know Braden.
Yeah.
Braden says he's a big Broncos guy. He wants Evan Ingram and he wants Cooper Kupp to come up to the Mile High Stadium.
Mm-hmm. They need some pass catchers up there.
That would actually be good,
in
though.
Broncos country.
He has a valid point. And if you were able to put like maybe Mims in there at wide receiver 3, put Kupp on the outside, and put Cortland Sutton on the other side, they need a running back because they just lost Williams to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Williams.
Yeah, I know, but still, what else do they got? Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
But you would add Evan Ingram as a pass catcher for Bo Nix? That sounds fire.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. You're not going to get Tyler Warren in the draft. The other guy you can get is Loveland. So, why not go after an Evan Ingram?
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen Loveland, though, get mocked to the Broncos.
Have you? I've had him mocked in most of my drafts that I've done, simulation style, second round, but really early second round. So maybe the Broncos just go all in on him if there isn't somebody else they like at that position, or trade back in order to take him in the second round if they don't go for an Evan Ingram style player. So, but I do like him there as well.
I don't know where they pick in the draft.
Braden, let me know. Would you like Kyle Pitts to the Broncos? I don't think that sounds good to me, to be completely honest.
I wouldn't necessarily like that.
I got the Colts fans in chat are just super happy that Chris Ballard, the GM, is finally spending money. Did you see any of their ads?
Yeah, they signed Daniel Jones today.
They did. Yes, they did. They did sign Daniel Jones.
They have literally the two of similar style quarterbacks. They play the exact same way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're both really fast, and they're not sure if you can throw the ball. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, Daniel Jones. They also added some good defensive players as well. Another team who's adding a lot of defensive players is the New York Giants. Dude, they loaded up on defense. They got Paulson and Deebo, and they also grabbed Javon Holland from the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, all right, dude.
Yeah,
who's Xavier McKinney now? They just reloaded completely, in my opinion.
Their linebacker backing core is already pretty decent.
And they have a decent D-line as well.
Oh, what's the guy's name?
Okereke
and McFadden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both good players. They let B.J. Ojulari walk.
Dexter Lawrence.
Lawrence is
D-tackle.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Amazing.
But yeah, guys, as this is shaping up, there seems to be a lot of teams that you didn't expect to be spending money who are spending a lot of money. Mm-hmm. There's teams who you expected to do things who are doing the exact opposite. All the Bengals, who just paid B.J. Hill a ton of money to come back, but they didn't pay Trey Hendrickson anything.
Mm-hmm. They also they signed Pirine.
Yeah, they re-signed Samaje
It's like,
Pirine.
Dude, you have literally two wide receivers in the top 10. One arguably number one. Mm-hmm. Two's definitely in the top 10.
He's in the
Haven't
top 3.
done anything to re-sign those guys. Mm-mm. Your best defensive player wants out.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, the Bengals are in trouble.
Let me read.
They need to figure something out.
Let me read you the moves. These are the Bengals' moves so far this offseason, guys. While they are lingering to sign 2 major wide receivers, and I have a hot take at the end of this. They re-signed the following guys. Well, they went and got P. Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
T. Higgins, franchise tag, $26 million.
Not happy about playing another franchise tag.
In our 32 for 32, I said they would re-sign all 4 of these guys, actually. Gesicki,
Yep.
Tanner Hudson,
Okay.
other tight end. They re-signed Ford. That's one of their offensive linemen.
Okay.
And then they re-signed Osai as well. I said they should re-sign Osai. He's one of their outside edge linebackers.
Okay.
Then they went and got Oren Burks from the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a middle linebacker, started his career with the 49ers, 1 year over with the Philadelphia Eagles, win a Super Bowl, get a contract. He's a decent player, though. I can't negate the fact that he's a decent player. But one thing I'll say is this, is I think the Pittsburgh Steelers did the trade and sign for DK Metcalf to screw the Bengals over. Here's why. They went and signed him, right? 5 years. That's not a Pittsburgh Steelers thing to do. Am I right, Ben? Signing a wide receiver who's 28 years old, who's never played for your team to a 5-year contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last time they did that was AB, but he was already proven.
He was already there.
So
what else did they do? They gave him $33 million a year. Okay.
one of the highest paid wide receivers.
Making him one of the highest paid wide receivers in the division as well.
Yes.
Guess what? Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, their contracts that they wanted before have just gone up even more. You get where I'm going?
Yep.
We screwed the Bengals over on purpose. Sure,
Yes.
we used our money, but now the Bengals, there is no way that the future holds Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase.
No, there's no way they can
They
afford
can't
to pay
do
all those
that.
guys.
So now you have to get rid of Trey Hendrickson to maybe keep them and have no defense whatsoever and just be the team that has a great offense and stops nothing.
And so see, if the Bengals are smart, they sign Hendrickson.
They sign Hendrickson.
They let T. Higgins walk
Trade
next
him.
year, and they sign Hendrickson. No, because that's their best defensive player.
No,
He's
no,
their
no,
best
no,
edge
T.
rusher.
Higgins.
T. Higgins?
Yeah, trade T. Higgins.
Yeah, trade him on the tag. Trade him, get something for him.
Exactly.
And whatnot. Sign Hendrickson and sign Jamar Chase. Keep the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase thing rolling.
I know.
And like,
But
But
you
it's
see
the
what we
Bengals.
did? Whoa!
it's the Bengals. That's why they'll never win a Super Bowl.
Yep. No, I agree with you 100%.
Not with this front office.
Man.
Like
Red is in our chat trying to get me to go off. I'm going to because of his comment. He took the effort to do it. He says, Justin, Aaron Rodgers signs 2-year deal, $50 million with the Steelers. I hope to God that's not true and he's just trolling me. I imagine he is. I imagine he is. What's up, Matt? I see you in chat there. How are you doing, Mr. Molnar?
No,
Colts got the top 5 secondary. I don't know about top 5, but they did upgrade significantly this offseason in the secondary. Just a couple other
going
questions.
from like one of the not greatest secondaries to top 5 is hard. So they definitely have improved, but like it's not like they're amazing already.
Yeah, true. Red mentioned in chat as well. Actually, the entire Colts fan base that's in our chat every time, they are saying that Okereke is coming back to the Colts. That's where he started.
Yeah.
Second round pick. They want to trade him for a second round pick, and they want to bring him back.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he was good on the Colts as well.
What did they do? Did they let Speed walk?
Speed has. This is theoretical. This is what they want.
I understand this, but I'm just saying,
Speed is still a free agent.
He's still a free agent.
He is still a free agent. Let's see what else we got in chat
I thought
today.
Speed was good for them last year. He was good fantasy wise.
Thorough, we'll definitely gonna
doesn't-
bring you in, brother. Definitely bring you in. I will let you know, guys. I will be doing another pop up, whether it's either later tonight or tomorrow. Where I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time. I'm gonna bring guests in and just talk. Ben, you're more than welcome to do it as well, and we'll just get it set up to just have like a community conversation with fans across the league.
Yeah.
I join them all the time. They are a great time. The only thing is one of us has to be a moderator, so that, you know, you just tell everyone, hey, don't talk over each other. Because imagine if there were 6 of you and me in a chat room, screaming about our respective
Well,
team.
I mean,
6 of me.
I would just 6 of you, yes, because I can actually sit here and listen to people and what they have to say.
Nah, too funny. Too funny. Colts fans are going off about how bad speed is in chat. They were mad at me on the 32
Really?
for 32. I said we should
I
resign.
guess they got to actually like watch him play
A lot more than we do. I mean,
Yeah.
I did watch him play, but it was more in the sense that I was watching him on red zone as opposed to every single
and
play of the game.
I had him in our IDP league for fantasy wise. So like fantasy wise, he was great
Because he got a ton of tackles.
He was putting up like 10 points weekly. So like it was fine by me. Like
I got one for you. So I told the Colts fans in our Discord, guys, you'll have to get into the Discord. Great time. We constantly have something going on. And our boy Adam, who's in our TikTok chat here, is like like I said, Mr. Adam Scheffler with the up and latest news. LG Jordan, one of our viewers too, has also been up with it. I think they're having a little competition.
There's like three guys in our Discord who are like always like, this guy signed, this guy signed, this guy
keeping
signed.
it up.
Like,
It's great. It's great.
This guy got cut. Just
One thing I did want to add, we were talking about Colts, and you were talking about how EJ Speed in IDP got a lot of tackles, so he was a good player in that sense. I told them that Nick Cross ain't that good. He just gets tackles a lot because the leaky coverage allows him to get into the backfield. And so you know what Adam did? He sent me a fuzzy video and goes, "Here's a video of Nick Cross intercepting the ball on George Pickens." It was a throw from Mitch Trubisky. I was like, brother, this don't mean nothing. I know.
It was all in fun. Threw the ball, man.
It was all in fun, but it was too funny. It was too funny. Was there any other signings or anything else when it comes to the football season or football free agency that we've seen so far that you wanted to cover before we get kicked out by producer Paul?
Let's see. Well, Russell Wilson's still out there.
He is still out there. Aaron Rodgers is still out there.
I feel like he's going to go to the Giants. Russell Wilson.
I want Russell Wilson to go to the Giants, 100%. Another guy who's still out there, who was somebody when we used to draft, or when we were drafting years back, I wanted. He's been injury prone. J.K. Dobbins. Bring him over to the Steelers.
I could. Also, there's been talk that the Steelers are interested in Nick Chubb as well.
So there's a couple AFC or old AFC wide receivers.
Running backs.
Running backs. I'm falling apart, guys. But there are a couple of AFC North running backs who are in the free agency that I think the Steelers should take a look at. Let us know in the comments anybody that you think your team should have.
Those.
Either of those?
I wouldn't be mad.
Me neither.
I wouldn't be mad if they went out and signed a Miles Sanders, though.
Yeah, and that's who I think we get. Miles Sanders cut by my Carolina Panthers this morning. Miles is a Pittsburgh boy, so I have a feeling he's going to come home on a very cheap $3 million hometown discount. I don't love that. I don't necessarily hate it either if he gets cut in free agents or in preseason. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
At least you're already home, buddy, right?
If he's just a camp body.
Yeah, or camp body. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
So,
but other than that, guys, anything talk wise, look for a notification when we go live. Maybe a little bit later this evening, you might see us online. Maybe I'll play some games and we'll talk, do some NFL free agency talk there. I want to thank everybody who was in our chats today. If you were in TikTok or over there on YouTube. Just pointing at the screens that are across me here.
Right.
But I appreciate you guys for being here. We always appreciate your support. Make sure you check out the 32 for 32. Tomorrow, we are getting towards the end of the NFC South, covered by my boy Ben. Yep. And then I just filmed AFC East today. So AFC East fans, you're up next, and you'll be coming through this week.
Yeah.
So make sure you check them out. Until the next one, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're followed. See you till the next one.